Hi, today I'm going to show you some of the ways that I now organize my sewing machine supplies. Jasmine! First, this is my grandmother's old sewing box. Woo! I have some needles. These are mainly upholstery needles here. And inside this pocket here, I have hand sewing needles. And I have this container that has some safety pins in it. And then I have tons and tons of white and ivory lace. That is pretty much the rest of what's in this sewing box. The next one is a tackle box. Here I've got some pencils for marking fabric, and I have colored bobbins here, and then empty metal bobbins here, scissors sharpener, and my jean bobbin thread over here. And then I have buckles and D-rings right here. And there's some pink and red thread here, green lace, and then I have yellow right behind it. All of my sewing machine needles are here, and I think my serger needles are mixed in with that too. And blue thread is here. On the other side, we have the plastic bobbins, and I can't remember what size these are. I have tons of these because these are super duper useful. These are the threader things. I usually use them when I'm doing embroidery. I have a hard time threading embroidery needles, bras and stuff. I can't remember what they're called. Chalk, thimbles, snaps, just different size sew-on snaps. My scissors, pattern marking tools, and a sewing gauge. Super colorful. All of this is just different kinds of lace. And then beneath that, I have lace and yellow thread and green thread. And then in the middle, this came out of the other sewing box, and I just use it to put some more lace in. And I just set it down in there, and I can take it out. And then I have some baby food jars that are full of lace. And that's a sun-dried tomato jar full of lace, or lace safety pins. This one's got unique buttons. I also have a tin of buttons, old checkbook boxes, and I use them to section off everything in here so it doesn't move around a lot. And here's one of my pin cushions. This just has some like random miscellaneous stuff in it, so I just put that in a cute little basket. Straight pins, these awesome things that tell you they're like tips for hand needles and fasteners. I keep that in here with my sewing machine supplies. This goes to my white machine. I usually keep it off because I do a lot of freehand sewing. And then some hand sewing needles, embroidery scissors. They're in the shape of a bird. This awesome silk thread sewing box. Here we have, behind that, there are some tracing paper. I got tons of this seam binding, the lace seam binding. That's all in there. And then I have this that has some white thread, black thread, and my jean thread. I got the lace from a thrift store, and there was this huge garbage bag full of lace, but I didn't have time to go through it all, so I just grabbed as much as I could find really quick that I immediately really liked. And I got it all for like less than $1, so that's pretty awesome.